So first let's do this one. This is on Moon Skill and Moon Drive. I think this is the one that, I don't know, I guess probably the Rapid Beat one answers them, and Shield one answers the most questions, I think. But this one's also interesting for what it is. So, here. Alright, so as you can see, like, the style of tutorial that they're going to have in this game is very Uni inspired. It's like kind of text heavy. I'm not sure that that's best for getting new players into the game, but the good thing is the Uni tutorial was very good. I think if you're a particular kind of learner, I thought it did a really good job of explaining concepts and drilling you on certain concepts. I'm just not sure that it's best for everyone, so to speak. But what this says is that if you look at the top portions of the screen near the moon icon, you use that in order to perform moon skills. Moon skills are buffed or just changed versions of special attacks that you do with just cardinal directions. So you see forward, back, up, down, and she just does a special. So it's very much a lot like, when the first time I saw this, the first thing I thought about was Granblue. How they have the special button and you just do a direction and you hit it and you get a special come out, right? And these have different effects as well. So you can see here, they have high potential. In this case, Shiki hits you with the moon skill, and it acts as a launcher. It's a combo starter. They're also able to do in the middle of combos to be able to extend them for more damage and more merits there. Whether you want to just lengthen the combo, get more carry, whatever. See, in this case, he does the sliding eat moon skill, works as a launcher. Now this I thought was kind of crazy. You can jump cancel certain attacks. They have very strong function in neutral because you can jump cancel some attacks on whiff. So look, see here Shiki does what, air DP? And he just jumps out. He just does what, I guess that's down moon skill or up moon skill or whatever. And he just jump cancels the end of it. That's pretty... I think this is really what this game is going to revolve around, this whole moon system. I have some kind of concerns about it, but I definitely think the neutral and the gameplay, that just because it just looks like this system is going to make the game very wild. But what this is saying is that you can jump cancel certain attacks that whiff, and I'm not sure what effect that's going to have on the... I just think this game is going to have very nutty neutral, especially going into it like week 1. I'm not expecting a very clean game. I'm expecting infinites. I'm expecting grind. If you've been paying attention to French Bread, you know to expect that kind of stuff. The good thing about this developer, this series, is that as time goes on, they're very good with improving the game, and they're very good with their patches, generally. The games get dramatically better by the end compared to the beginning. And they're still fun, is the thing. So that's kind of why I'm excited. So you see him, yeah, using a lot of moon skill. I said B skill. Moon skill just to be able to in neutral like that. So when the moon icon is over 50%, you activate moon drive by just hitting B and C. These will buff other moon skills, and they will slowly build your magic circuit as well. So if you watch Arc, look at the bottom left corner of the screen. See her meter is slowly rising. So while you deplete your moon gauge in moon drive, you build super meter. You can also use it to cancel certain attacks, right? So in this case, CL does a version of Flash Kick in Shiki's face. He blocks it. She pops Moon Drive after. It does have some recovery, I believe. But it looks like you're going to be able to use that to cancel stuff to be able to try to make something safer. However, this does come with one caveat. You see here, she uses a version of the Flash Kick with Invul. You cannot Moon Drive activate off of these. If they block an invul attack, if they bait an invul DP, an invul Flash Kick, you cannot pop Moon Drive. Yeah, that's something else too that I forgot they said, is when you use Moon Drive, it is going to really enhance your combo ability too, just because combo ability and pressure, I suppose, or even just movement, because you get buffed air actions. You get one more air, I believe. I'm not sure if this applies to the entire cast, but you get one more air action at least. It's looking like one more air jump, one more air dash. So your movement is greatly amplified as well. And that's what this is showing off. Since you have more air actions, you can really extend your combos with it. And you get other benefits as well. And also, since you can stop time with it, you can use it like we're familiar with, from watching Uni, right? Where you pop Moon Drive and then you're able to assess the situation, see what's going on, and then make a call from there. So you can use this in clever ways to kind of cheese your opponents. can also use it as a reversal. And there's also, if you do down AB, you do this moon gauge charge, which will build icon meter, but then it also builds super meter as well. Look at the bottom left. It charges everything. So that's kind of a spin on the previous kind of charge system that we had before. But that was the moon skill video. Let's do the rapid beat one next, because this one I think had some interesting info. For rapid beat, this is basically the auto combo function of this game, right? So it looks like you have 3 different kinds you can do. You can just do your A mash like this. A mash, 1, 2, 3, goes right into rapid beat, takes you to the air, takes you to the finish, right? This is B rapid beat. You just mash that B button. C rapid beat, starts with the heavy, same sequence. And you can go straight from that into just standard air combo, right? So what this is showing off is that you can do up to 3 times. You can do 2A and 4A, or previously it was 5A, but I guess now it's 4A. You have to hold back. But you can go up to 3 times, link that button into itself before you transition into auto combo. You see, they're showing off the back input, right? So instead of just going AAA like that, they're holding 4AA. They're holding back. Back A, back A, back A. They get the 3-hit jab like this, and they don't transition. That time they let it go on the last one. Now, reverse beat is also in this game. However, you cannot reverse beat from a rapid beat sequence. So the thing is, if you commit to the rapid beat like that, like kind of have to go into a special, or you have to go into the rapid beat follow-up. You kind of have to commit. You can't kind of like segue in between them. Like maybe, I guess like Uni was kind of like that, right? Or even Persona, really. This game, it seems like, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I think it'd be better if you could go up to like maybe 2 hits or something like that. I think it'd be a little bit more freeform, less restrictive. But this is the system as it is so far. I kind of have to just see how it develops. But you can see, yeah, that style of pressure is still there. Reverse speed like that, that's the kind of scary pressure that this series is known for. But you're just going to have to leverage it, I guess, and be very careful with your inputs and how you do that. And you have to be kind of conscientious of what you want to do and what kind of string you want to do before you actually do it. That's the rapid beat explanation. Last one is going to be the shield. So here they're showing off from shield, and this was a big question that we had watching all the footage, right? I see a lot of people, they watch footage that the developer puts out before the game is released, and they're jumping into like very large conclusions and all this other, like, oh man, instant kills are in the game, all this other, like, bro, like, relax, bro. It's pre-release footage. Calm down. This is what we have to go off of with a little bit more explanation now, right? Too many defensive mechanics, all this other, yeah, like, whatever. I'm not saying like you can't be concerned about stuff, but like, come on, bro. This game from Shield has 3 follow-ups. So the first one, and they explain it here, is A or C. So from Shield, successful Shield, your A follow-up or your C follow-up, you go straight into a launch and you just get your combo, right? This is the B follow-up. The B follow-up is a homing teleport kind of backslash like that. So B is a homing teleport attack that checks the opponent from behind. That's going to be important later. Remember that. Now this diagonal tackle is invul. You do it with BC, and I believe it costs meter. I think it says that, right? Oh no, we figured that out. Yeah, it does cost meter. So shield in this game, this is a little bit different from previous titles, but if your attack gets shielded in this game, you can shield back. There's not a... You have the option of shielding back like that. What this reminds me of instantly is Guilty Gear Xrd Blitz Shield, where it's going to create those kinds of situations where, okay, I parried your attack. Are you going to parry my counterattack? Or am I going to mix it up and do a different timing on it? It creates this back and forth kind of RPS scenario, where from a parried attack, you're going to have to say, well, am I going to try to parry his, am I going to try to counter his counter, or whatever? It's going to create those kinds of situations. Now, a lot of people did not like that about Guilty Gear Xrd. A lot of the players, not people on YouTube and Twitter, people that actually played the game. A lot of people did not like the Blitz Shield system. Me personally, I didn't mind it. I thought it was fine for what it was. But a lot of I guess there's a group of players that if you talk to, they didn't like it very much. I can't imagine them liking the shield system in this game if that's the case. But this is, in my opinion, just the way, like, reading about it, watching it, I think it feels very similar. It's a little bit less like traditional shield. It's more like Blitz shield. So that's the thing. If you get shielded, you can shield back. And they'll show it off here. See? That is very reminiscent of Guilty Gear Xrd. Those kinds of situations. This kind of scene will probably unfold pretty often. Now, here's the thing. With the B follow-up, right? See how they teleport behind you? Your shield does not activate on attacks that hit you from behind. So here, that's a big counter hit. The Noelle player got the successful shield, right? They had a shield exchange. The B follow-up from Noelle tags CL with her standing shield, right? Big fatal counter, she gets good damage reward here. However, if you delay your counter shield, you will be able to face them and catch them. Like you just saw there. That's what this is telling you. See, that time the Noelle player delays their shield back. So, it's basically, I think shielding in this game is going to lead to, yeah, it's SC6GI, I can understand that comparison. To me, this is a lot more, for me personally, this feels a lot like Blitz Shield. It feels very similar, with more options. With more options, more counterplay. So you see what happened there? Noelle delayed her counter shield. She counter shielded the B teleport. And then Noelle tried to counter shield that, but she B teleported Noelle because Noelle popped it too early. So you can play around with timing with the teleport version, it seems. There's counterplay with that. And so what they say is, like, this system is the real treat of the game. This is kind of where, like, the game's gonna unfold, I guess, basically, for Cyclone. So the important thing about the BC variation, this diagonal tackle, is that it's invul. So since it's invul, as you saw here, you can go through shield follow-ups. You saw her phase through it. So because this portion is invul, they commit to the... So this costs meter to do. But you get this invul diagonal tackle follow-up. It costs meter to do. Watch Noelle's gauge. Cost half a moon to do this. But she goes right through CL's shield follow-up. On the other side, can do an attack. If you have a cross-up attack, I'm sure it works there. And then right back into it with the Clash video. She wins out in the rapid game. And that's the shield system in Type Lumina. My feeling on this is kind of mixed. I think I would prefer traditional shield system. That said, I'm curious to see how it works out. One thing that I think so far with the Moon Skill and Moon Gauge system, personally, just from watching, this is just grain of salt. This is just my gut feeling. I think 50% minimum to activate is too low. I think if this situation, this scenario, the way I'm feeling right now, it might not develop in this way. But I feel like this situation is going to come up way too often. I think to the point where it'll probably get kind of like annoying maybe. What I'm anticipating is that 50% mark, that probably changes over time, I'm thinking. Just shooting in the dark. I'm thinking it's probably like a couple versions where they're going to have to try to find the balance around this moon gauge system. What should be the minimum to activate moon drive, etc. I think right now it might be too low. I think it's going to come up way too often. But there is also, they showed off, you know, there's a lot of counterplay around shielding. That's these system tutorial explanations in a nutshell. I really wish they would put some of this stuff out in English so that we don't have to translate it and do it, you know, give it to you guys this way. But I don't mind. You know, the game's coming out very soon, 12 days. I'm pretty excited. So, with that said, let me know what you guys think about some of these system mechanics and stuff in the comments below. And I'll holler at you later.